Hello, I'm gonna talk about wrenches again. A while ago I found this one in Amazon, and since then I found other wrenches that are very similar. So this is one that it is branded as OUTU, also in Amazon, and this one is called NEXTOOL, and I purchased this in AliExpress. The prices range between these ones I found them between like about $11 to $18 in AliExpress, and these ones are in Amazon. These are maybe in the $19 range. And this other brand, which is very similar, it was more like $12.50. This had a brand OUTU, but when I received it, it didn't have any brand. But these two are pretty much identical. So the big interest for me for these wrenches is that they're very small and they can fit a small pace. They don't take a lot of horizontal space if we're looking this way, because of this very ingenious design where they have a diagonal. I don't know if they are all made by the same company. These two are definitely identical, and this variation is a little bit different, so I'm gonna go into some comparisons for these different types of wrenches. This version comes in a packaging that's very simple, pretty much unmarked. They come with tool bits that can be added at the end of the screwdrivers. So include an adapter to add different types of screwdriver bits. And there's a bit variation between these two. This one came with a pouch where you could store the bits and with the printed logo, whereas this one came with no logo and just the bits in the box. So that was the difference. This sells much cheaper, so maybe because of the lack of a pouch. The next tool comes in a more elaborate package with pictures, instructions. It has a printed pouch. It does not come with the screwdriver bits, but they are compatible. As we're gonna get into the tools, we can see that this adapter fits exactly the same. This one is sold by NEXTOOL, which also make a very nice multi-tools, including this very small one they call like I think a mini sailor. So it is a bit of a I would say a higher end brand, if you wish. So if we start looking at the tools, and there are some differences in terms of, there are some tools that are the same, which would be the blade and the two screwdrivers. However, the NEXTOOL version has slightly shorter screwdrivers. Let's see if we can see the side by side. These are a little bit shorter, and instead of just one blade, it has a blade and a file. So slightly different tool set. we have just a blade, and here is blade file, the 2 screwdrivers. Now the location of the tools are opposite in terms of versus the wrench itself, so there's all these differences. Construction wise, they are very similar, especially in the wrench side. With some differences. This has a different screw wheel here. These parts look almost identical. So they are not completely exact clones of each other. The next tool has numbers here that show the opening. And this has less markings. But all in all, lots of similarities, even the price. The next tool mentions a 1-year warranty in their brochure, which is very encouraging. There is a warranty mentioned. So the next tool, I would say, is a bit of possibly a slightly more premium brand, but for practical purposes they're the same. I think if you want the bits, maybe get this one. This has the extra tool, which is the file. Not tremendous differences between the two. And I want to do a bit of a test drive here of the wrench part. Gonna take some fittings and see how the next tool performs. I work a lot with a 1/4 inch NPT. And this handles it pretty well. So if we're working with this relatively small diameter fittings, this doesn't seem to have any issues working with those step things. It grabs very well. When we look at the wrench itself, it has about 1 millimeter play, but that doesn't seem to be affecting the performance to grab onto fittings. So I think that is a good good sign. And I already tested these other wrenches on compression fittings. This one doesn't require too much torque sometimes. I think these are perfectly functional little wrenches. They fit in a pouch, so I think they're a great invention. I hope they keep making this or improving them even over time. I'm glad that there is this NEXTOOL brand not available in Amazon at the time of this recording. Best way to get this one was through AliExpress at this time. So overall, like these wrenches, they're available, not very expensive, and pretty compact, very interesting design. You have a few options to choose from. I think you cannot go wrong with any of them. So that's all that I wanted to share today. Thank you for watching.